Alright.
Hey everybody, and welcome to the farm. Today I'm going to walk you through the step-by-step process of saddling a horse. I've been riding horses for the past 14 years, so saddling one comes about as easy to me as walking and talking does for most of you. Alright, so let's get started. The first thing I always like to do is give my horse a good brush down before I ever start saddling him, just to get all the dirt and dust, etc. off of him. Make him look pretty, because you know nobody really wants to go ride an ugly horse, and they love the attention, or at least all of mine do. One thing you want to remember, every time you walk behind a horse, just always be extremely careful, because there is a chance that you might get kicked. Alright, this is the saddle pad. This is the first step to the saddling process, is placing the saddle pad on the horse. This is the wither region right here. Your saddle pad needs to be properly placed in the correct place on the wither region. I always like to place mine just basically right up here on top of the withers, not too far forward, not too far back. So now that I've got my pad up there, let me grab my saddle and we'll get started. Alright, once you pick your saddle up, I always like to take the stirrup on the opposite side and just hook it over the horn right here, that way that it won't knock your saddle pad off when you place it on the horse. Then I'm going to stick my saddle up here. I'm going to let my stirrup go back down. And I always like to stick my saddle more up towards the front of the saddle pad versus too far back. That way it's properly placed on the withers and that kind of thing. This is my girth and my breast collar. I always like to throw it up here every time after I get done riding, so I'm going to put that down over there. I'm going to stick my stirrup up here. I'm going to walk around over here and make sure everything's straight. And I always like to, when I'm on this side of the horse, I like to take my hand and just kind of pick the saddle pad up a little bit, stick my hand under there, and give them a little bit of air up under the saddle pad. Alright. This strap right here is called your girth strap or your cinch strap. It's basically what it sounds like. It's what straps on your girth. This right here, the piece that runs up under the belly, is called the girth or the cinch. Just depends on who you're talking to. Alright, to start putting the saddle on, we want to stick our strap down through this hole right there. Just kind of, you don't have to have it tight, just kind of pull it. Run it through this top ring up here. Go down and we'll run it through the bottom ring once again until we're three straps deep. Like basically you'll have 3 loops. Alright, then we're going to kind of just pull up right there on this strap. So we've got enough up here to come and tie. Alright, I like to do, there's 2 different types of ties that you can do, but I like to do what they call the Pony Express tie. It's a tie that a lady showed me a long time ago that basically ensures that even if you forget to tighten your saddle should not slip and slide off. So the first step in that is to come up under this ring once again, to the left. Then you're going to bring that up under this piece that's hanging right there, come around. Then we're going to go up under this right ring, and I'm going to kind of tug on this bottom piece right here to get me some slack. Alright, then you just basically take the piece that's right here up under this piece and pull it to the right, and as you can see, it tightens up all that right there. Then you stick your strap down through the hole and pull it down, and basically it's kind of like tying a tie. It makes the tie, and this is what I like to call the Pony Express tie. There is another tie that you can do that some people prefer. I don't like it. I've never liked it, but if you want to do the other tie, you just come through the left. You'll come around, instead of going up under it like you do in the Pony Express tie right there, you just go over the top and you go down through the middle right there, and it makes a tie like that, but it's not as safe and it's not as secure. So I've been using the Pony Express tie for years and I've had good success with it. So that's just the one I like to use. Different people like different things. When you get ready to tighten your saddle, you just pull up on this piece right here, the outer piece. And like I said, Ace is kind of fat right now, so he's been eating all day, so you can't get it super tight on him. And usually you always want to remember, once you go out to ride, you want to go, and after you've rode your horse about 10 minutes, after they've walked around and loosened up a little bit, you always want to re-tighten your saddle. So, alright, the next piece is the breast collar. It runs across basically as what it sounds. I'm going to crawl under his neck right here because I do this with mine all the time. But the breast collar runs across the front of them, and there's a piece right here that runs up under the bottom. It runs in between their legs, and there's 2 rings on your girth on the bottom that you'll hook to. I always hook mine to the front one, and then you'll just you want it to be properly placed. Basically, it goes in the center of their chest, and then there's a little ring right here, and you run it through this ring, and you get it comfortable on them. And like I usually stick mine in a hole where it's not too tight, not too loose, and you know, basically just strap it. And the breast collar is what keeps your saddle from sliding back and keeps everything balanced. So, with all that being said, then you just take your stirrup and you stick it down, and you're ready to go. Put your bridle on and go ride. So, just a quick review of what I just did. Once you put your saddle pad on first, you put your saddle on, you take your girth strap or your cinch strap, cinch your girth up, put your breast collar on, and always remember to tighten your saddle before you go. So, I hope that you have found this video to be helpful to you, and hopefully next time you get invited to go ride with some of your friends, you will know how to saddle. Now that I've got Ace all saddled up, I think I'm going to take him out for a little joyride. So, I'll see y'all later.